So we do a lot of like little tiny writings, and then there are 3 more major papers, which really aren't that major. They're like 3 to 5 pages-ish. So in the syllabus, it says right here under course topics, you will pick your topic. You each pick a topic for the semester that you're interested in, and you will write about that topic for the whole semester in this class. So, okay, just take out a scratch piece of paper or your phone or something to write with. And this is a writing warm-up. Write down 3 to 5 of your favorite things. It could be a food you like, something you like to do in your spare time or not your spare time, something you're super interested in, something you love. Write down 3 to 5 things. 3 to 5 things you love. It could be a person. It could be a place. It could be an activity. It could be a food. You know, anything. Okay, would anyone be willing to share one of the things on their list? Tell us, share with us one of their favorite things. So let's say that you were thinking about what you're going to do for this class, because you're going to pick something you're super interested in. It should be something that you want to learn more about, okay? But it should be something that you also know a little bit about. And so this is what I want you to start thinking about in the weeks to come as you kind of pick your topic for the semester. First of all, the semester is 16 weeks long, so it's not that long. So whatever you commit to, it's not like the end of the world if you decide you chose the wrong thing. It will be very difficult to change your topic in the middle of the semester because there's a bunch of stuff we do to build up to the last paper, which is more of like a research type paper, or it like meshes together the first paper and the second paper. So that's why it's near impossible to change your topic. So pick something that you want to learn more about, something that you're super interested in reading the posts, like the introduction posts, that we write better when we're interested in the topic, obviously. So when we're interested and invested in the topic, your writing will be at a higher level than if you're writing about something either you don't know anything about, that you've never heard of before, or something that you have no past knowledge of, or just barely trying to learn it right now. Like, say I had to write a paper about theories of the construction of the U.S. Constitution. Okay, that was a long time ago that I learned about that. I actually think that's an interesting topic, but I think most things are interesting, but it would take a lot. It would take a lot of reading and research on my part to be able to write anything like near average intelligence on that topic, because that's not my area. So if somebody like assigned me a topic to write on the U.S. Constitution, I would be very insecure about my ability to write well on that topic. If somebody assigned me something like how to teach writing to college freshmen, you know, or strategies to engage students, something like that, then I would feel both interested and like I at least had something to offer. And so I know my writing would be better because I'm going to be more confident going into the project. So some examples of favorite things, and I already forgot who suggested what pretty much, so you definitely are not tied to the topic. But let's say that you could choose something that you're working on, your major, to focus on. You could choose an interest you have. Maybe your interest is also your major, like maybe you're super interested in music and you're also going to be a music teacher. Maybe you're super interested in golf and you want to do competitive golf or be like a golf pro or a golf instructor or something. Maybe you're super interested in true crime and you want to do forensic science, or you want to work in police work or be a detective or be some kind of an author or something like that, or a movie producer. So I'm able to give a lot more examples with true crime because I actually know a lot more about that community than I do about the golf or the music communities. Um, so thinking about what you want to focus on for the semester is like the homework in this class. But if let's say that it was golf, okay, this is the thing that I'm least familiar with on this list. So I'll do my best to do an example. We have like this course project approach, which really just means you have a topic. It has one topic that you pick. And then within that topic, you're going to write 3 different types of papers. And each paper has little assignments attached to it that are like scaffolding that will help you improve and think about different strategies you can use with your writing that you may not have thought about before. I have a PhD in writing, I have a master's degree in writing, and still I'm learning new ways to write, new things I can do with my own writing, new ways for me to push my own boundaries, things like that. So let's say that the example was golf. The first paper is a memoir. We'll get to the syllabus and all that stuff in a minute. So the first paper is a mini memoir. So what the student writer would write about then is about their relationship with golf. Why do they love golf? Who taught them to golf? What's their first memory of golf? What aspects of the sport do they love? To me, all sports are very technical, but there's a lot of rules to it that you don't really see necessarily if you're like right in the sport all the time. So is there like a culture? Has this person grown up with golf around them? Were they involved in like the high school sports team? Did one of their family members teach them? Did a mentor teach them? I mean, there has to be a reason that this person enjoys it. Are they like did they excel at it? Maybe they tried some other things and then they ended up excelling at golf. That's often the things that we love the most, often are the things that we have gotten some recognition in those areas. So that's often why we end up gravitating towards something, because we seem to keep getting recognition when we do that thing, and that feels good, so we keep doing it, and then we get better and better. Okay, so that would be the memoir. Then the second component of this whole course project situation will be either an annotated bibliography or an interview. So this is like the research piece. So the person would pick something about golf, something about golf that they want to learn more of. Like maybe they want to be a manager of a golf course or a series of golf courses. So they want to do research about that. Maybe they want to learn more about like maybe they have maybe there's different controversy about like what's that thing the golf club, the different kinds of golf clubs. Maybe some people think you should use golf club A for this kind of hit, and some people think you should use golf club B for this kind of hit. I don't even know if they're called hits. What are they? Swings, and you hit the ball, and there's something called a birdie. Is there a birdie? Okay. Sometimes I have it on my crossword puzzles, so I have to do it. Sometimes you get your ball into that swamp thing. What's that called? A pond? Okay. So, yeah. Bunker. Yeah. And there's a hole in one. I know what that is. Yes. Okay. So, so the person does research about golf, whatever it is. I don't know enough about golf to even know what to research. And then the third thing would be you take this and you kind of add them together, and then you have a bunch of choices you can do for number 3. You can do a multi-genre project, and I have samples. I'll have samples of everything available to you. You can do a regular traditional research paper where you take your research and kind of you introduce the topic with a little bit from your memoir, and then you write some research about it. The idea is that I want you to start thinking about something that you're willing to spend the 16 weeks learning more about. It can be anything in the entire world. And I have samples and I have examples. So, but you'll begin by writing about yourself. If you want to get the most out of this class, then keep up on the assignments, because like each week we're doing little tiny bits that go towards like the mini memoir. And then we'll be working on the second paper, and all those little bits go toward the annotated bibliography. So if you just do the assignment, like the paper, and don't do all the little bits, it's not really a great learning experience at all. It's more like a test situation that you put yourself under.